So I just finished watching Orphan 55 a few minutes ago, and here's my review of it. I thought I'd record it on Sunday night. We're not able to do a live stream tonight, so I thought I'd get my review up as quickly as possible, and you're probably listening to this on Monday. Anyway, I thought I'd get into this quickly, not waste too much of your time. So, watched Orphan 55 a little while ago. If you listen to my last few reviews, then you will realise that I really liked Spyfall. I thought it was really good. I thought it was a return to form. I thought it improved on a lot of things that Chibnall didn't do right in Series 11, Series 11 was a mess for me. And I think Chibnall got it right for the most part. I think Part 1 was definitely more successful than the second part. I thought there were a lot of really strong elements. Sadly, though, I thought Orphan 55 went back to Series 11 quality. It really reversed it back to what it was, and that's a real shame. I didn't like the look of this episode from the trailers. I didn't go into it with an advanced opinion of, oh, I'm going to hate this one. It didn't look like my sort of episode, really. It looked a bit Paradise Towers, a bit Saranga Conundrum-y. At the start, it was shaping up to be a bit like Paradise Towers, and I was a bit worried. Luckily, it moved away from that, but it was a mess of an episode, a mess of ideas. There was potential for this episode to be good. It was just a bit poor. It was messy. It was poorly paced, poorly structured, half-baked, and just not very good. It felt like Doctor Who, I'll say that, but we shouldn't be saying that, because Series 11 didn't feel like Doctor Who, and this did feel like Doctor Who, and that's good. The monsters were cool. They were pretty sort of horror filmy monsters. They're quite cool, the dregs. The message was interesting. I like the message. I like where they were trying to go here. It did feel a bit forced. I'm not going to say it pushed a message, really. It's just I don't mind this message being there. I just wasn't a fan of the way it was executed, really, and I felt like it sort of fell flat, really, as a whole. Especially as BBC America on their social media promised that there'd be a really big ending to this episode, and that was sort of clickbaity. Jodie was really good here. Once again, I thought, yeah, last week she was good, this week she was good. She felt like the Doctor. She wasn't so incessantly annoying. Her speech at the end was good. I liked that. It was probably her defining Doctor speech so far. On the negative side of things, pacing all over the place. Really poor pacing. Supplementary characters, really awful. Like, all of them. I didn't care for any of them. When they died, I was just like, well, I didn't feel like I had an attachment to them, and I feel like you should have an attachment to them. In the RTD and Moffat episodes, yeah, I had an attachment. But, no. No, the pacing, as I say, was really bad. And I feel like it moved a bit too quickly at points, it dragged at others, and I feel like this episode would have benefited from being an hour again, like the last two. Slightly, it still wouldn't have been great, but I think an hour would have done better, because this did fly by, this episode. It didn't drag on, it just was really poorly paced. The companions, once again, didn't get to do anything. They were a bit annoying. I thought the whole plot of Ryan and that woman, what was that? It was just a bit rubbish. There were a lot of unexplained plot lines that were there. Just some weird plot lines. There sort of plot holes and stuff. Like, they just rolled a bomb, and then just they rolled it, Ryan and Yaz, Sorry, I'm speaking it out because I haven't thought this review through. I just wanted to get it out as quickly as possible and share my first reactions, really. They rolled a bomb out and just left it there. Again, show not tell happened. There were a lot of moments where it was like they told us what had happened, but they could have showed us and it would have been a lot interesting. Like when Laura Fraser's character, I don't know her name, I don't know any of the characters' names, and that's a bit of a bad sign, had to kill the old man, and it was just a bit like, that was shown off screen. Why? That would have been interesting to see on screen. You didn't see the characters' deaths on the screen, really. It was just a bit... The acting was really poor. The writing was really poor. In the most part. And it's funny, because in Series 11, I really hated the Chibnall scripts. I really did. And I was dreading when a Chibnall script would pop up. And I liked it when the guest writers popped up, because they'd usually provide us with something better. Now I'm thinking, Chibnall, please come back. Chibnall got it right in the last 2 weeks. He didn't nail it. He didn't do something perfect. He didn't do a masterpiece, but he got it right. And this just went back. It just reverted to its former self. It's not as bad as a lot of Series 11. It's got some good elements. It's got some good ideas. It just really falls flat on its face. And I'm not surprised that I didn't like it. I didn't expect to like it, but I had the hope that after the last 2 episodes, it would be quite good, and especially after they said there was an unmissable ending, and I was a bit like, oh, just like, but it looked good. The idea was good. It was a bit of a mess. It was just all over the place. And I will have a more detailed review. These are just my first reactions. And I think me and JTV 1963 will be doing a live stream, which will be broadcast tomorrow, maybe, or just a normal video. I don't know, but we'll be doing a joint video. But really not a fan of this one. I would rate. So here's my ratings so far. I'd rate Spyfall Part 1 a 8 out of 10. I'd rate Spyfall Part 2... it's gone up the more I think about it, probably a 7 out of 10. And I would give this a 4 out of 10, I think. I really, really didn't enjoy it. I'm really hoping Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror is better, but with a title like that, it won't be. So yeah, Orphan 55, leave your thoughts in the comments below. I wasn't too pleased by it, but maybe it'll be one of those episodes that improves on a rewatch, or maybe I'm just thinking it's so bad because I've only just watched it. Maybe it'll get worse the more I think about it, or when I watch it again. Maybe I will come back when we do a review with JTV 1963. I will think this was alright, but at the moment I'm not a fan. It wasn't absolutely dreadful, it was just a bit bad, a bit of a mess, a bit problematic, and a bit of a failure in comparison to the last 2 episodes. So yeah, not too happy. Leave your thoughts below, please like and subscribe. I will be back with my review of Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror next week, and I may have a more detailed review of this later on in the week, so stay tuned. Thank you for watching, goodbye.